So the next thing I'm doing here is I like to do things differently. This is what I'm using here. I got a glue-in 1.5-inch trap. I got this thing here. A plumber told me is illegal, but I don't care. And then I got this, and I thread this hole in here on the top. Acts as a clean out hole, as well as this piece here goes in here, catches my garbage dishwasher. These 90s I need to hold over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread these onto here. But so when you buy these, they don't want you to do that. They want you to buy that polyethylene garbage and play with it every year when it breaks. And I hate coming back to a job. So you see, it don't thread on. It never will. Now they sell a shitty one at Home Depot, and that shitty one that they sell will thread on there, but it's so shitty it's made out of steel. Why they would make it out of steel? It's like they do it to mess with me, but it's a simple fix, and I wanted to share this with people because for years I just came back and used the polyethylene pipe. They say, oh well, you can work on it. Well, let me tell you, if you wanted to fix it, the way to do it would be you glue it all together and you put a quick connect, and you put the P-trap with a nut that comes off, and you put a quick connect here. Honestly, it's easier to cut it off with a hacksaw. Just use a hacksaw, cut it all out, and replace it all. It costs all this shit to do it all is like $23. So for $23, you can either buy the plastic, or for $20 you can buy, it's actually, I think it's $32 actually for the polyethylene pipe setup. I hate that stuff so much. So the trick to this is, let me see if I can figure out how to hold this here. You stick this like this, and then you open your knife like this, and I'm not responsible for anybody that cuts themselves. And you see the carbide DeWalt blade. I'm not a big fan. I prefer the Lennox titanium tips because they don't break. So what you want to do is carefully trim. Now, if you're not very good with a knife, you can trim it like that. If you're good, you can just shave it. So you shave it. You see how I'm shaving that? You see? See how it's taking off just a cunt hair? So you take this cunt hair off here, just like that. And yeah, that's for measurement here in America. So scrape it out. You want to go around this whole thing like this. And yes, it is more difficult when you put a video camera and you try to do it on film. I've done this a million times. It's easy. So I'm not a licensed plumber by any means, but I do have a driver's license in America, where you're free. I don't have to ask the king's permission to fix my own plumbing, and I don't want to have a fucking, I wonder if you're allowed to curse on YouTube. I guess they'll kick me off pretty quick if you're not, huh? So the trick to it is, if you notice here, you see these gouges? So you want to go back over those gouges with the flat end and just smooth it out. Then you go around here and you just try to be as even as you can and go all the way down into the threads on the bottom. This looks pretty dangerous to the people that don't know how to use a knife, because you probably cut your hand wide open. So don't cut your hand wide open, because you look like a dumbass. You can see another video that I'll be posting when I cut my hand wide open and put duct tape on. Alright. So, you can stick your finger in there, just finger the hole a little bit like this. Get all that loose shit out. You don't really have to, but I like to finger the thing, so then you just watch this. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You see? So, now that it threads on there, you want to make sure that it threads up enough. You see how far it goes up on there on the shaft? You want to make sure it goes up on the shaft. So then what you want to do is, you're going to do this one too, but I'm going to show you while you're on film here. So you take this here, and you stick you back down here. You take this here silicone, and this is frowned upon because everybody likes to come back. Plumbers don't want you to fix it right the first time. They want you to come back. So you take the silicone and you cack the inside of this threads here. You see the cack? The cack just goes right on there. The cack just goes right on. And you smear the cack around. Make a hell of a mess. Alright, you see, it's all cacked up. So now you pick the cack. Make sure you put the cack gun somewhere. It's not going to ooze all over your shit. Then you come back over here. Line the threads up. Tighten that sucker up. And honestly, with the silicone like that, it really isn't going to leak. if you're even worried about it, take the caulk gun, stick the caulk gun on here, and smear caulk around it once you get it tightened. So now you're just going to take your pliers and tighten it up. Alright, well, I'm going to finish this one here, hook that up, and I'll be back in a minute.